Okay. Life Path 11s. Us 11s, we're here on a mission. This is a spiritual mission. What does that mean? What does that look like? So one of the videos I just made was like the three P's about you. I look presentable for you guys. I don't want to look like a bum. All right. So you are here on a spiritual mission. Your soul, your spirit, your energy, your personality, just ask, like, I'm sure you feel it deep down inside. You're like, there's more to this. Like, I can't just like go to work and that's my life. It doesn't feel right. There's a feeling you have that's unsatisfied. You can't, like, you don't accept it. You don't accept defeat. What? Because okay, 11s are like, they're one energy. That one energy is that one, like, alpha masculine sun energy. I'm not really talking about gender or sex. I'm not talking about male or female. I'm talking, that's that energy that comes out. That one. You're here, like, it's so cool. 11s are that spiritual, divine, and like soft energy, but you have that hard energy, like your focus energy type of thing. It's a very beautiful balance. Now, you're here on a mission, so there's, because this is a spiritual mission, you're gonna have an opposition. It's kind of like a game. There's gonna be so many things to try to throw you off your path, especially when you feel like you find it. It's almost like you're calibrating every time. You fall too much on the spectrum or this one, and every time you get in the middle and you're like, I'm on it, you feel it. It's a vibration. You feel you're on that path. Things start happening. People start talking to you and try to throw you off your path. You feel it every time. But as you evolve, like in the other video I said, there's like, I just gave an example, like there's three phases. Once you get to when you're in the beginning phases, you don't know what, you don't really know that calibration. You don't know when you're in the middle. When you're in that second or third, then you're like, oh, I understand. This is the middle. This is my sweet spot. This is where I need to get the sweet spot. Once you get to that sweet spot, that's when you start noticing that people start trying to throw you off, or like society will throw you off, the matrix will throw you off. But it's fun. It's a fun thing. It's not something to get stressed about. You're stressed out when you're like the first phases because they're learning. You're not as evolved yet, right? And then you start getting to like the second, third phases where like you're more evolved and you're more focused and you're more mature as an 11, evolved 11, and you understand and you start to get on it. And then when these things happen, then you're like, ah, I got you. It's like Neo. You're like, I'm not even phased by it anymore because you understand, and you understand it's a good thing because it's feedback letting you know that you're on that path. You're on the sweet spot. So you're on a mission, and this mission is individual is unique to each of us because there's different types of 11s too. Remember, I had a small little short on what different types of 11s are. For me, I'm a 29, 2 and 9 energy. 2 energy, moon, feminine, soft. 9, humanitarian. What else? So a lot of that, like, empathy energy and compassion, understanding people. And that's going to be one mission. For me, might be to understand somebody at an individual level and help them rise in vibration. But I cannot do that until I can do it to myself and have self love for myself first. And there's going to be people and things that are going to be teaching you those things, and it might hurt. It might be the hard way. It might hurt you or abandon you, and that's there to teach you and show you that you didn't. You can never be abandoned because you're always yourself. You're never going to abandon yourself, and you're always going to love yourself. And the thing is, you're going to have to learn self love to get to that point. If you don't have self love, is you're going to be depending on other people. And I think 11s may have a codependency energy because that the two energy, feminine. So it's like that supportive codependency type of vibe. But you also have it in you, the one, right? So you, what am I trying to say? Losing trick of thought. So you have that in you, but once you get to that point where I lost it, trick of thought. I got so excited for that. So you'd be learning like the hard way. So you have that like as an unevolved 11, right? You have more of a codependency. And because of that, if you depend on other people, they're going to show you that you can't really depend on everybody. You're going to have to bring that back more to yourself and depend more on yourself and have that self love. That's part of the evolving 11 once you get to that place of evolved 11 energy. And then you realize that it was always you've got your own back and you're never alone. You're connected. And because you're an 11, you're deeply connected to spirit and you feel that connection to the divine and more in depth. So that's part of it. And then so you're gonna get to that point, and then you're gonna realize what your mission is. And I'm speaking not that I know it because it's a whole journey, and it may carry on past this life. I'm not too sure, but I'm also on the journey as well with you guys, and you're gonna get to a point where you kind of realize what your mission is or what an idea is. But even if you don't 100,000% know what it is, you're gonna know when you're in that sweet spot that you're on the right track. You'll start seeing repeated numbers. You'll feel the vibration. You'll notice when you start to see repeated numbers, it's because you're on that sweet spot, and the numbers is like you letting you know, like, hey, you're on that sweet spot, and I know you know it. If you're in phase one, you may not know it. You may not know that you're on the right track, but you kind of still feel it because it's a vibration, it's a feeling. Like, I feel like I'm doing the right things. I feel like I have the right mindset right now. That's when the numbers will show up. And it's like, yeah, keep doing that, keep doing that. And then when you get if you get off that mindset, or if you get off the sweet spot, you're going to feel a little bit like confused or like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. And you'll find your way back. You're divinely guided. You will find your way back. So I needed to hear that when I was there. You don't know if you'll find your way back or not. So yeah, you're on a mission. Oh my gosh. You're on a mission and you're here to find your mission. And then once you find that mission, the purpose of it, you're going to serve it to the world, and you're gonna know what you're here for and what you're gonna be doing, and you're gonna face opposition. But just keep in mind that the opposition is there to like another, like, it's like seeing the numbers again. It's there to let you know, hey, you're on the sweet spot, and they're trying to throw you off. But you may fall off a couple times. Just get back on it, and just know that you're doing the right thing and keep doing it. When like any spiritual person, there's going to have opposition. There's going to be equal force of negative energy, or they're going to try to throw you off, and you get to a point where it doesn't ever bother you and you cannot get thrown off. You're going to just stay on the sweet spot no matter what happens, because you kind of know, and you have that more like structured, like concrete faith and trust that this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing no matter what's going on around you. So just want to share with you a little beautiful message. See you guys.